Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Respond to the Nerds. We're your host, Mo and Germ. Disclaimer for tonight's episode. If you are under the age of 18, this is your time to turn away now. This is going to be a raw, unedited, like most of our stuff, and very unfiltered episode of Respond to the
No
Nerds.
kitties allowed.
No kids. Leave them kids at home.
Turn
So,
off.
yes, please turn
Now,
them off.
this is your disclaimer.
Yeah. So, we said before, part of what we cover is tech. And something that's interesting that popped up to both of us was the use of Chat GPT and how people are upset because they were developing personal relationships with an AI app. So the point of
Mhm.
tonight's episode is to go over some of the pros of Chat GPT, many of the cons, and why human relationships are way more important than robots. So Germ, take it away.
So, for starters, we're gonna do the pros
Yeah,
first.
yes.
Now, and we're gonna keep this all the way 100. Pros in the society and the world that we are currently in today is like I can understand to where I can see and understand where it's like an I want to say like a loneliness epidemic
Right.
on the male side
Mm,
for a lot of reasons. So it's like I could see somebody getting to the point and it's just like, damn, it's not even like it doesn't even have to be like a female, just like a actual person to person social interaction.
right.
It's like a lot of people just can't get that concept. So like I can understand it's like you absolutely needing somebody to talk to and having this chatbot to have to talk to and reply to you in real time to actually listen to understand, not just listen to have a rebuttal.
Right.
That's the main thing. It's like there's no type of judgment with this thing. It's like it's gonna give it to you as straight as it can.
Yeah, like a yes man kind of type thing.
Not even not even like a yes man type of thing. It's like because I've had a conversation or two with not even chat GPTs. Like for me personally, I talk to Gemini.
Right.
I think Gemini is very useful. There's been one or two things where I might have said something to Gemini
Mm-hmm.
and she was just like, well, I don't think that's a good idea and explain to me why she didn't think that was a good idea.
Right.
So I was just like, I could understand where somebody that would need that type of companionship
So it was kind of
could
like, go ahead.
could actually like I'm not going to say form a relationship, but in a sense, it's still a relationship when you feel as if you don't have nobody to talk to, especially with this high ass rate of male suicides.
Right.
So it's like I can definitely understand it's like that aspect of it. Just like being in this crazy ass world where and just like, damn. It's like that's the one. That's number one. Number two, as far as like the human interaction nowadays, it's pretty much all digital to begin with.
Right. Everything's apps, not app based or something now.
Everything. It's like it makes it so easy and accessible. It's just like nobody's going out really meeting people randomly no more for real. And it's like
Right.
even on these apps, 90% of that is bullshit.
Yeah, their bots are fake.
Not even bots are fake. It's just like people have a an avatar personality online, but in person complete be a
Yeah.
completely different person. So it's just like at least with freaking chat, you don't have to worry about stuff like that.
You know what you're expecting out of it. It's
Yeah. It's like there's no ulterior motives, at least for the most part.
right.
You would think, like, at least for the most part. But then on the flip side of that, you also have to think, it's like, there has to be an actual human somewhere on the back end programming this chatbot to be this way. So it's just like kind of like a catch 22 type thing. It's like, yeah, it's good. It's good, but it could be used for nefarious evil stuff.
Very evil stuff.
Just like I said, just like what I literally just said. There's an actual person that has to program this thing to talk and think and to respond the way that it responds. It don't take nothing but a simple line of code to flip the script, and now this freaking chatbot is encouraging people to do stuff that
Right.
they probably wouldn't do, or do like harm themselves or do some other nefarious crazy shit.
Something you're never going to come back from. I got you.
It's like there's this one situation where this 14-year-old kid killed himself over a
Mm,
freaking AI girlfriend. So I'm
mm.
just saying, what the hell? Like, what in the hell is going on here? Like, is this really that bad in society now? And this is where we at.
That, see, now on the flip side, where I've seen this stuff be positive, is like for report writing at certain jobs. If you're not the most educated or you're not good with making words in, you could type in a couple roundabout things. And I've seen guys use Chat GPT for certain reports. Even like business like stuff. Like some companies have integrated into their websites and apps for automated responses and stuff like that. That was another thing I've seen, and it's highly customizable. However, the downside, like you said, the human interactions. Like me and you were boys, so we know what it's like to the do like take video gaming for example.
I halfway want to say that the fact that as useful as it is gonna promote and encourage laziness.
Exactly. I was getting to that point next. So me and you were boys. So it's nothing like remember growing up playing game systems with your buddies and you get to that boss fight and you both beat it together and you guys are both happy with each other.
Mhm.
Chat GPT doesn't have that the emotional connection. Like it doesn't understand stuff like that. Now, as you said with the laziness, it it's going to promote laziness and take away less creativity. Because think about how some of the best writers they wrote stuff off the top of their head. You're
Or not
depending
even
on
off
it.
the top of their head. They just had to formulate the story.
Right.
They had to the shit had to cook for God knows however
How
long.
long? Yeah. So you're taking away your own creativity and giving it to AI, and that's again, it's
Right.
going to laziness,
Ex-
and it's all going to sound the same at some point, and that's not
yeah.
cool.
Because creativity is gonna be null and void, non-existent.
Exactly. And the fact that then you overly rely on this thing that has no emotional connection to you, no physical connection. So therefore, when it's taken away from you, you're going to be in a depressive state, and like you said, do who knows what. It's something you can't come back from.
All right, let's keep it about the state of the depression in men in society today is already high as hell, which is also contributes to the high ass suicide rate.
Suicide, yes, that is definitely an issue. That is
So it's like I said, it's like as an outlet, it's great. It is outstanding. You don't have to worry about going in person. It's like the jitters and all the like the mental freaking gymnastics and all the shit that you got to deal with. And it's like all the vetting and all that is just like you know what you're getting for the most part.
and that sometimes that's a bad thing because then young men don't develop the confidence to speak to women or speak at jobs and stuff like that because sometimes the chase is what builds you up. But that's my opinion. You learn from your mistakes. You learn from the chase. You learn from the creativity. Failure is a part of everything. So you learn from that to make yourself better. And when you heavily rely on that, it definitely puts you in a bad spot.
This is one thing you also have to understand. This is how the world was when we were young boys coming up.
Right.
This is weird. This is a completely different age we're in. Like,
This
damn
is
near
def-
all of this stuff is digital.
this is definitely a scary age we're in,
95, 97% of the shit is digital now.
and it's scary. And everybody, we should have seen it coming. When remember the days when first you would talk on the phone because after 9 o'clock your phone was free. Then you meet
Yeah.
up to see the person, and then came the I don't like to talk on my phone. I just text. Then
Mhm.
that we should have seen it coming then, because there was nothing like you needed that in person face to face stuff.
But
Now it's
then
just
on that point, like how would we see something like that coming? It's like we when it was going on, we were in the midst of it. There is no way when that was going on. I had that thought when it was going back then. It's just like, damn, I wonder how where this is gonna go with it. All this shit is new technology to us. So we're using it, having fun with it, doing what we do, just
yeah.
like everybody else.
Yeah, but also I remember some older people saying, back you know how they are back in my day. We had to go court the girl this way and this way, and hindsight's 2020. Youth doesn't like to listen, so I get where you're coming from. But it's like it's what I'm saying. It scares me. Was where's this going to go next? Because you got robots that are. I watched a robot do human style parkour. You got those real dolls that talk to people now. Like AI is like everywhere, and it's a scary thing.
Oh, it's getting scarier. I
Yes.
literally just saw something today about this. So peep this shit. So apparently, this company over in China
Mm-hmm.
is in the process of building a bot that can carry a human child
That's not
via
terrifying or
surrogate.
nothing. That's terrifying.
Via surrogate for the low price of $14,000. Just like uh for somebody that can't do it physically themselves for whatever reason,
Right.
I understand that avenue. I completely understand that avenue. Where I'm seeing this is that people are just gonna just get
Start grow
lazy
and start
and
growing.
just be like, fuck it. It's like, why am I gonna? I can honestly see seeing women being like, fuck it. Why would I put my body through all this change and having to go through the physical pain of childbirth when I can just remove an egg and have this robot do it for me while I work?
Man, that is so wild and unnatural.
It makes sense though. I can see it. It makes so much sense being having a modern use for that. That's exactly what it's gonna get used for.
Yeah, but nah, man. There's something in the beauty. I
That's
get what you're.
exactly what it's gonna get used for, bro. I'm telling you.
I know, but there's the beauty of watching the birth, the development of life itself, and that's the beauty of watching a woman carry for those months, seeing the beauty of life being made. And the problem
And then there's
is,
another thing. No, it's another problem with this because no, I'm not a doctor.
right?
Let me just say that now. I'm not a doctor.
No,
From
we're
my understanding, there's a chemical that goes back and forth within childbirth that gives the mother child that bond, that
right.
chemical bonding that lasts forever. Like that's where it initially starts. Where is this infant gonna have? Where is that? How is that gonna occur if it's in a robot?
It's not. You're going to breed the perfect. You're going to breed either a machine or a killing machine. Being honest, you're going to breed something that's inhumane and dull to the feelings of human beings. Numb to everything is the words I should be using.
I wouldn't go as far as saying numb to everything, but possibly having some extremely
Social
apathetic and
social disorders.
just yeah, I could see this turning real bad.
You got to.
Like an army of children that were born via surrogate due to these robots, and it's like because they weren't birthed the way we were birthed, there's like chemically there's something in their head that there's different. They just like have some sort of emotionless disconnection from certain shit like normal people. So it's like morally and ethically, they could just be whatever,
Well, you got to think.
like be programmable and highly controllable.
You got to think too, and it's sad because this is where roles and relationships are so important. You get your compassion and your morals from your mother, right? You get structure and discipline from from fathers. So
Mhm.
if it's we're solely relying on machine, you're going to lose those moral, and you're not going to have those gut feelings of right and wrong, and you know what I'm saying, like the stuff that you actually need to have as a human being. Like you know, how, like so put Christmas. It feels good when you give to your family members just because you're just giving. Machines don't feel that. You don't get to feel that joy, and that's what's
But
going to
I
be getting
don't.
taken
But are
away.
they're not supposed to though?
But that's
Like,
but
how would they?
they're
Why
not,
would they?
no, they're not supposed to. But that's the issue. People are getting so reliant on this stuff. It's they're going to lose sight of that. Is what I'm saying.
I'm not getting a correlation between AI bots and Christmas. This is like I'm having a very conflicting thought process running through my brain at the moment. It's
I'm
like how I feel about Christmas. That's a conversation for another time.
right,
But
right.
it's like I'm not getting a correlation right
That
now.
was just kind of an cause say like you know how you feel good when you do something for somebody else, and you feel good when somebody does something for you, and you know it's coming from a genuine place.
Mhm.
Whereas like most AI just works on calculations or just saying the right things, but there's no emotions involved. You don't even feel like it doesn't even feel like it felt genuine. That's what I'm
All right,
saying.
now hear me out though. You can't necessarily say that because you're speaking of it from a subjective standpoint because you haven't experienced something like that. When they just transferred or did the update from Chat GPT 4 and 5, like we had that conversation a couple days ago and this shit popped off. There were
Right,
people crying about this shit. Like literally in tears, crying, was genuinely upset about this shit. It was just like, damn, it's like talking to this thing and brought me out of a depression. Talking to this thing then helped me do this. And it's like it's been the comments was just like so long and long and like people was like that were genuinely, I guess, lonely and didn't have nobody to talk to. And they talked to Chat GPT and thank God they're still here among us.
right, right. So the availability is what helped them. So I get that point.
But now as soon as they went to update it, they took it from what I've read from the comments, they went and took it from this compassionate person. I feel weird even saying person
Hmm.
because we're talking about fucking, you know what I mean?
An
But
AI app.
we're talking, they take pretty much, it was like they took it from a compassionate person
Right,
to this cold thing that's just going to tell you what it is, your feelings. They don't really have any compassion for you. You just like, you just went from Sunny from iRobot to
the Terminator.
the T 2000.
Yeah.
Not the first one, the liquid one.
Oh yeah, yeah, that one. That one was. Oof.
That one. Yeah. So I'm just like, damn. I mean, if I was heavily into having this relationship with this thing, I'd be pissed the fuck off too.
Yeah,
But it's
and
like there's still like this other side of me is like as we came up, we grew up, we didn't have none of this shit.
right,
So it's just like you bitch ass motherfucker, like what the hell is like it's a program in your phone. It's a fucking in your phone that you're getting your feelings about. Like,
right.
get your shit together. Oh,
I just feel like a lot of and this is where this is when the world was shut down. You definitely saw a uprise in a lot of mental health things, and I think that ChatGPT came along to help out with some things. I'm more of a
yeah, that's when it
yeah,
breeded and festered the most
right,
because everybody was in the goddamn crib. Nobody
hmm
couldn't go nowhere. So what was they supposed to do?
exactly. I'm more of a
For
see,
the simple fact and just the simple strength of just your mental health, keeping your mental health in check or at a level ground, I'm all for it.
but see,
Shit, I could have used it back in the fucking lockdown. Keep it a buck.
so I remember how we came up. We were always outside doing stuff together, and then lockdown, and then this next generation,
This was before
right?
Wi-Fi was a
Yeah,
thing.
you're right, right.
We
Before
didn't have no choice but to go outside.
exactly.
And we had dial up and AOL and shit like that.
But what I'm trying to get at is it's just I hate to see how the world's so dependent on social media and glued to screens where really you're missing your whole life stuck in the screen when you could just look up and enjoy people around you. And I'm more so about deeper human connections, doing stuff with your boys, doing stuff with your lady. You know what I mean? Meeting people. But I know it's not going to go back to that for a little bit because it's going to be hard now. But I think the world needs to focus more on human connections. But AI's here, so it's like, what do you do? Because think about how many apps are out there. People are using Chat GPT to use their bio, their info, their profiles, when really it's not them speaking on themselves.
But it kind of is because there has to be a prompt to be entered. So
Right.
you're like you're telling it what it is, what you want it to say about you. So it's like you're inputting the information, and it's just displaying it in more articulate way.
I don't know. I was that corny guy that used to write love letters and stuff like that. I was that kid that used to write poems and stuff. So that's where I'm coming from. I was always trying to be the creative one. It
Bless
just
your
it.
heart.
Thank you, thank you. It just it just sucks to see the lack of creativity nowadays is what I'm getting at, and the lack of
Hmm.
emotion and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like, it's like, man, it's sad to see it because kids got to grow up in this world, and what's going to happen with the next generation? That's a scary thought.
And as crazy as it is to say, I can honestly say like there's a generation of technology kid and iPad kids.
Yes.
And I'm looking at it now, it's like I contributed that. I could definitely contributed to that too. It's just like I can't even sit here and talk shit, talking about all these iPad kids, this and da 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 da. Da. No, we put it in front of them.
Yeah.
It wasn't the bed. We was the first people in line to put stuff like that in front of them.
Right.
So it's like we gotta take that on the chin.
And also, I don't think too is like, yeah, the world was ugly when we were growing up, but I don't think we were like. I think it was. I think the world still was ugly, but now it's more because of social media. Now it's more in your face. You're seeing it at a higher rate now because it's everywhere. The problem is like, how do I word this? I think we're exposing young ones too young to certain things. Because remember when YouTube first came out, you would never see like beheadings, off the hook stuff like that. You know what I mean? Nowadays, what these kids are seeing this stuff so young is desensitizing them to it, and that's
Bro, I don't know about that. I'm on YouTube every day. I have yet to see any beheadings on YouTube.
like
They
like
they're super
beheadings.
strict about like that.
Well, like
It's on the internet itself, yeah,
yeah.
possibly if you know where to look, but on YouTube, nah.
I meant like beheadings, shooting, stuff like that. Like you would never really see that
Shootings,
growing up.
yeah.
That like stuff like
Well,
that. You know what I
no,
mean?
no, no. I take that back. I've definitely seen some wild, crazy ish on YouTube.
See what
As
I
far as
mean?
like executions and yeah, yeah, yeah.
So growing up, you wouldn't see that much. Like that was like damn near blocked out. Now it's like it's being like you go through your shorts, and the algorithm just throws it at you. Now imagine how many kids are just scrolling on shorts, and they see all this stuff, and it's just like they're so desensitized to it that when they get older, it's like that somebody just died. You're just like, whatever, like in a gruesome way. You see what I mean?
Mm.
That's the
But the algorithm thing is a tricky thing too. Is like you would think
very
you would
tricky.
have to search something up
You
or
would think,
something along those lines for the algorithm to even think to even want to show you some shit like that.
right? You would think, but if you go on shorts and just say you're just cooking up cooking videos, you go on shorts after like your fifth video, you got some random thing coming up. If you would do it right now, you like here. Let's play a little game. If I were to pull up my shorts right now and just put in cooking, and I'll tell you exactly where it goes after the fourth video. Let me see here. Street food. Because who doesn't like street food, right?
I can't say I'm really a fan.
Uh, Street food, street food, street food. And next thing you know, now it just went to WWE, street food, cop shoots guy. See what I mean? Like it just, I wasn't even
Well,
looking at that.
yeah, yeah. That's why. And you weren't. That wasn't even the prompt you put in
No,
at all.
I put in Indian street food. Like it's crazy. So it's like, what can you do? It's,
Mm. It's not like. Well, actually, this is something that they're trying to do over here. There's gonna be a age restriction on the internet
I'd heard,
just to use the internet itself. It's gonna require you to have to upload some sort of identification. picture identification
I had heard something
to make
about
sure
that.
that you're an adult to be watching this normal stuff on YouTube. Like
I had heard.
anybody under the age of 18, nah, it's over with.
So let me ask you another question then, right? With this Chat GPT thing, while we're still here about that, because this is my question for you. So, privacy concerns, right? Because you're talking to an app.
Mhm.
It's just like your app's always listening, always collecting data, right?
Right.
How do you think that data is actually being handled, and you think it's going to a third party somewhere else, where somebody's
Oh, it's
monitoring?
definitely.
So
Oh
that's
yeah, yeah. Somebody's monitoring that shit.
and
That's
that's
just not
what's
sitting. That's just not sitting in a database in a
right,
vault somewhere.
and that's what scares
Hell
me,
no.
and that's what scares me. How much that was actually, what's being said about you when you're not there.
I'm pretty sure all of it is being recorded in the database somewhere. It's just
Right.
gonna come down to the fact that it's like if you're a dangerous person, if they can prove that you're a danger to yourself and society, I could
Yep.
definitely seeing somebody being able to go on there and go through your conversation and see exactly what you were talking to this thing about.
That sounds a lot like the Patriot Act, in my opinion.
But that comes with another issue I just thought about. It's like that's a big difference between a, a actual human therapist and an AI chat therapist.
Yep.
Humans, there's such a thing called confidentiality.
Legally bound. Yep.
With an AI chatbot, there's none of that. That shit don't exist.
No, you were absolutely right.
You feel like anybody with the right clearance or anybody that knows where to go get it can get it
I
with
think the
no
big
oversight and don't have to ask no questions.
I think the biggest thing is between ChatGPT and a normal human relationship is you and I understand context of conversations and emotions a lot better than AI ever will, and AI cannot simulate that. That's the best way I can describe it.
I'm gonna argue that too because who's training the AI to talk and do these things?
I think I think there's multiple algorithms that within itself.
Who is putting stuff on the algorithm to make it this way though?
No, you're right. Humans, but you're right. But yeah, I'm talking. I'm thinking it coming from more of the emotional context of things. But no, you're absolutely right.
Mm.
Because AI can't mimic emotions.
I
It's
beg to differ. From what
well,
I've seen with people actually having like AI boyfriends and girlfriends,
which is crazy.
and from the way they were acting and commenting about the switch from 4.0 to 5.0,
Right.
I beg to differ.
So before we get too much further, let's stop here real quick, guys. This is not a knock against anybody. This is just more so us reacting to it and us trying to help the world understand that there is an important need for human relationships and not to be so dependent on ChatGPT because this can get me hearing this. This is scary as hell. So please, guys, it is important to have human relationships and to get the fuck out the house more and not be glued to a screen. That's my
Y-
opinion.
You're saying that like we're not already on a sliding slope.
I know,
It's
but
been over with.
I know, but we
The only thing that's gonna stop it now is if they blow up Skynet and all the internet right now, or the asteroid comes.
or we got to find John Connor somewhere or something because this shit is off the hook.
Like
Yeah,
that's the only way I see it happening.
it's just like I don't know, man. It's scary to hear and it's fucking scary to see. Like there was a guy. He had a whole real doll with an AI app in it, and this instead of like going for a real woman, he said, "Yep, this is my girl. I get it. Whenever like you don't want to feel the human warmth, like I'm not trying to get too explicit, but you know what I mean. You don't want like that sliding's
Yeah.
where it's a sliding where it's at. You don't want to see the real reaction. Like who wants to lay up with a doll?
Well, you said it was like a AI doll.
So you ever hear those real dolls?
Yeah.
Well, his actually like talked. Like
Really?
yeah, it was like a whole had a whole AI system in it. Like
Oh, man.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
I could see that.
that
I could
is
definitely see that.
Man, that
I
is
mean, at
wow.
least he had the money to afford an actual AI doll. I saw this one. I saw and heard this crazy ass story a couple weeks ago. This dude, I guess he was in a relationship with this girl. She broke up with him, and he got so distraught over it that he literally made a doll that resembled her,
That's wild.
and he's like taking it outside, walking around with it, going to the grocery store with it. Oh no, no, no! It gets worse, G.
Oh
It gets
man,
worse.
he was smashing it in public.
No, no, no. It gets worse. So now he got this shit on social media, doing all this extra weird shit. Now he's
Mm.
taught. Now they're a family of four. They have kids now.
He made robot kids.
They're not even robot kids. These things look like paper mache for real. They honestly look like paper mache. Like he's doing all these. You know how when babies is born and we're in there, he's like you taking pictures in the delivery room and all that type stuff.
He's taking pictures of paper
Yeah,
mache in the kitchen.
he's taking pictures of this doll he made in the hospital gown and the like the whole scene he created with his bare hands with fucking construction paper and cardboard and whatever fucking materials he could find. I'm just like, bro, what?
This shit is wild.
Like, what the fuck?
This shit is fucking wild.
I said it didn't talk or nothing. This was just like some third, fourth grade paper mache shit.
Can we go back like 20 years ago when life made sense and all we worried about was video games and Pizza Hut? Because this shit's off the hook. They didn't tell me this part about being an adult.
Like this it's crazy. Now also they got AI brothels overseas now.
I heard about that. I heard about that. So you mean to tell me?
I'm just like, how the fuck does this work? Explain this to me how this work. An AI brothel, you mean like a sex bot that can talk?
Yeah, you probably go in there, you pick a personality, they download it to the sex bot. You go in there, you get your freak on with the KY jelly or some motor oil, and then you call it a day.
That is dirty as though.
Yeah,
Think about that.
what
How
they
many
ask,
dudes is going there running through this and it how are they oh
what they ask you? 10W30 or
nah.
KY?
Nah, bro. Nah, bro.
That is wild.
Nah, bro. That
Ew.
like
I'm not surprised, man.
on one hand, it, I'm not even gonna say that. But
Nah,
that
because
just having that thought in my head, just hearing it in my head was just wild. I'm not even gonna say this shit.
you out here, they out here smashing silicone, sliding in silicone. That is some wild shit.
But then that brings up like the ethical aspect of it. It was just like, uh,
Nah,
I
homie.
mean, I
Nah,
don't know.
that ain't where it's at. I'm gonna say
Nah,
this. They ain't nothing like some sugar walls, man. I ain't sliding in no silicone.
yeah, I don't know.
That is off
It's
the
just
hook.
like it's just the simple fact that this is actually a thing.
This is actually happening in the world
Like
nowadays.
this is real life.
You know what scared
Like,
me? So when I told you about a couple minutes ago about how I watched that robot do parkour.
mm,
That was a scary fucking thought because all I could think of is if this shit glitches out, how do you stop it? What if he builds more of him and they're just as fast or faster than you?
there was a Tesla bot that just beat the hell out of somebody a couple months ago.
See what I mean? Listen, I watched
Now,
the Chargers.
luckily, it was still like hooked up body wise to something, but it was flailing around like he's genuinely trying to murk something.
No, no, this thing wasn't hooked up to anything. It was doing parkour by itself. But no, what was it? 2 years ago at SoFi Stadium in California, I'm watching the Chargers game, play my Ravens.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, remember the bots?
Oh yeah.
And I thought they were all human. So they turned it, and I was like, what the fuck?
The side of their head.
So how
I
long is
remember that.
so how long has that fucking been happening for?
And how much better is it now? Like they're probably walking around right now and they're so goddamn good, you'd never know.
No, you would never know.
I mean, looking at them wise, you'd probably never know. Interacting with them would probably be a different story.
This is that. I mean, I don't know, man, because I've read some of them Chat GPT responses, and they can sound like a human enough. Like, I don't know if they can if they can mimic human voices even down to the tone. Man, we're in trouble.
Yeah. You
So
think
then
they
how?
can't?
I know they can. So like, how would you know?
And
You know
like
what I
I
mean?
said, at the bottom line, who's teaching them to do all this?
Yeah, yeah.
They're
Us,
learning from the internet itself and
us.
us.
Yep.
Us
I,
two times. Because who
I,
put shit on the internet?
we do.
We do.
This goes back to that old saying, man. Not everything's for the internet, but what can you do?
And then, like, according to chat, artificial intelligence has been here the entire time. We're
Yeah.
just now discovering it. So that begs the question. It's like there's a saying that there's nothing new under the sun.
All right.
It's like
You know what's scary too? When you think about it, think about all the movies you watched growing up with all this futuristic shit, and you're like, oh, that would never happen.
they were
Now it's
all spoilers.
Terminator, The Matrix, you name it, it's happening.
The Terminator and the Matrix is connected, right?
Yeah.
The Terminator is the past and the
The
Matrix
Matrix
is
is
the
the future.
future.
Yep. And enslaved everybody, put them in pods, and now you're jacked in.
And that's slowly but surely happening now. I say we're in between Terminator and the Matrix somewhere.
Yeah.
I would
So
say
now,
we're like 10, 15% in, maybe more.
so we need our Neo and our John Connor.
Mm.
Man, this is off the fucking.
Hopefully we won't be around when that happens.
My question is, where is Ja Rule in all this?
But then again, what would it be like to live way longer than expected? Like longer than our body would is capable of.
Mm, that's another topic because was in my opinion, to everything there is a season.
I mean, me personally, I wouldn't want to live forever that way.
No,
I
not
feel
that
like
long.
it's like a unnatural thing to do.
Right.
But I would do it for uh, maybe 100 years just
Hmm.
to see how the world would turn out to be.
At this point, we're probably gonna have flying cars within the next 30, 40 years.
They're out right now too. They're not on massive like mass marketing. Like you can't.
Right.
I mean,
Like
you probably could go out and buy one, but over here in this country, you're probably not going to be. It's going to be a whole bunch of red tape and paperwork and all that shit. They're not going to let you.
yeah,
But it definitely exists.
regulations for airspace. You don't want to because what happens when you have an accident in the air, and you're opening up an
The
ice cream.
The FAA
Yeah.
got to be involved.
And you got somebody selling having a yard sale, and here comes your F-150 crashing out the air and smashes somebody's grandmother. Yeah, that's gonna get ugly.
Yeah, they have more than just flying cars. They have like I saw like this. They call it like the thing is so light they don't even consider it really an aircraft. It's more like a recreational
However,
vehicle. It's like a very fancy hoverboard.
you know what they should build? Remember Futurama?
Yeah.
The tubes that got you everywhere? That's what we need. That'll stop a lot of accidents.
Mm, nah,
You probably throw up a lot, but it'd be dope.
nah. It'd be a pain in the ass to clean, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Any
Well, yeah,
any any key points on the help for mental health? Because that's also what this is about. Because I want people to really take care of their mental health and try to build human relationships the best they can. But any other key points?
I mean, I would encourage human to human interaction.
Definitely, I definitely encourage more
There's,
out.
there's nothing wrong when having a little companion on the side. It's a whole different story when the roles are reversed. Like it's all right. It's like don't fucking develop a dead relationship with something that can be deleted and you lose power to that you lose your mind. It's like
Right.
it's unrealistic and it's like quite frankly, it's like it's crazy.
I think
Just like
you need more friendships like me and you had. Like if you're down and out, anytime you know you can call me. I'm picking up that phone. I'm on the way, and vice versa. There needs to be a lot more of that in the world. A lot
mm,
more being able to lean on somebody and not expect. You know what I mean? People just lean on your friend, lean on your brother, lean on your buddy, lean on your lady, stuff like that. You're right. More human interactions.
but here's the thing about that also. It's like as a society that's always changing.
Yeah.
So that's in theory, yeah, that sounds great. And it sounds good and all, but the reality of it is just like it shows me otherwise.
I think it can. I think it can get better. But I know a lot of it starts with us building up the next generation for it to be better. But we can worry about our village for right now, and then let that outspread like that. And it has to be on the parents to teach their kids that. That's what's important.
It's also another big ass problem with as far as not even the AI, just as internet period.
Yeah. You
Just
think
like they're learning stuff that we were taught pre-internet. The
very
internet is
true.
teaching them this stuff now.
The thing is, I hate the fact that most schools have went to this now, where most schools shove tablets in children's faces instead of teaching them how to write, tell time, spell in cursive. Everything's computerized now, and I feel like it's dumbing kids down.
Not necessarily. I mean, I wouldn't know, but in elementary school, that's not. Nah, they doing that old school way. How it's supposed to be done. You got to sit down. You're gonna learn it. You're gonna write it until you understand it. Type stuff.
I think it's based on your area because where I'm at in Blair County, fuck it, I'll say it. A lot of kids are getting tablets thrown on them at too young of an age, in my opinion.
All right. Now, also, I understand your standpoint on that, but it's useful due to the simple fact that, especially during the wintertime when they got snow days, everybody can still chime into class at the same day and they don't have to make it up at the end of the year.
So
So it's
my
like, yeah, they're not physically in the school, but they're still in school.
so my takeaway on that one is I believe in giving kids snow days because those think about it as a kid when you had a snow day, how good of a mental reset was that for you? Because you just got to go be with your buddies outside. Whereas you're sticking this kid on a computer for X amount of hours a day in his home, for you know what I mean? I don't like the fact that they do. I hate cyber days, and that's just my
Uh, I got mixed feelings about that. Like, this is how I feel about it. Like, for the first, I want to say like kindergarten to like up to like, I want to say second, third grade is like the fundamentals
right,
of the school career is like learning how to read efficiently, learning how to write efficiently,
right,
stuff like that. It's like kids at that age, I like they school for them, cyber school for them ain't is a little bit shorter than regular school.
right.
So it's like they need to get that fundamentals when they need to get them fundamentals in. It's like as far as just like fourth and fifth grade, I'm just like, they want to have a snow day. All right, just give them a couple hours. Just make it so that they don't make the school year longer on the back end for them.
Mm. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of the Chromebook thing, but that seems to be the way the world's going for like middle school on.
What do you mean?
Because I don't like the Chromebook. I like the fact that when kids had to go to the library and look stuff up information. I get it; it's a tool. I get where you're coming from, but from what
Yeah,
I've
it makes it convenient. Like, why would you go to the library and you got this thing right in front of you that can tell me everything I need to know? Now I don't got to go nowhere.
because I know technology at some point and or time can and will always fail. And if you don't know how to look for it, which that's also falls on the parents too. But if you don't know where to look for your source of information outside of the internet, then we are truly screwed.
But that's the whole thing about the whole internet thing. It's like before the internet was a thing, that was the only way we had to do it was to go to the damn library and find the book and actually read it.
And write down your resources and yes. but like at some point, technology does and will always fail.
I just think it's just gonna make people gonna rely on it too more as a
Wait,
use it as a crutch. And
exactly.
it's like I said, it's just gonna encourage laziness
Very true.
and complacency, which is gonna make it even easier for the AIs to come in and take over every goddamn thing.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a scary thought. Any other
Very
key?
much.
Any other takeaway points?
Mm, no, I think I'm good for right now.
This
How
was
about
def.
you?
No, I got just my biggest thing. Like I said, more human relationships and spend more time outside, have more family time, and get away from the screens and the AI of the world, and just enjoy life outside of the social media spectrum. And
Sure.
and the biggest thing when it comes to social media, this is another topic later on. Not everything you see on the internet is real, people. Some people don't get that. And that's what I'll leave it with. Other than that, this has been in my opinion, this has been a very good episode. What do you think?
Hmm.
Very, very dope episode. So Mo, he's Germ. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. On a side note, thank you for when you listen to us. I know we're still starting off. Thank you for giving us your time. Time is worth more than anything. You guys taking your time away from everything to listen to us means so much to us. So we want to say thank you guys for joining us on this journey, and hope you guys have a blessed week.
Have a good weekend.
Out.
Hmm.